Hello and welcome to episode 441. 441 of Tenno Clock. I am MDRLOz, checking that my audio is still working, which it looks like it is. This is Xeno doing an audio check that's not also in the recording.
One.
Cool. The intro was there and everything. Well, Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of 10 o'clock, where we will discuss the various ins and outs of Warframe that we have found from the communityums this week. We shall start, as we always do, with the elusive emblem.
I'm just going to point out, we also have Loz. Loz is still here. Nothing's gone wrong as of yet. So,
what?
Yeah.
What's gone wrong? This week? What are you talking about?
Well, no, it's because you came back for 10 o'clock, you had those upload issues.
I thought you meant like an audio issue or something for this recording. No, I have internet now. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
You have real people internet.
I have real pizza. It's all right.
Unlike me, I have no people internet.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to get internet until I move. Yeah. It's crazy. I've been here for years and they still haven't installed it in the area. Anyway, so I sorry, I have to give it to me because I think the detail on mine is just really good. It's the yin yang symbol.
My favorite. Oh, it is. Oh, and the other reason I like yours more is it just looks so intricate. Yeah, I bet you it is touching the very edges of the area. My favorite ones are always ones that look like they shouldn't possibly fit into the square area, and they probably absolutely pixel perfectly touch the edge, and it's something like a circle. So I'll give you that one to you.
Yeah. However, if you wish to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below where you'll see these two emblems. Select which one you like the most. Make sure you put your in-game name correctly. Maybe fill in the rest of the questionnaire. Choose your platform of choice and make sure you spell your name correctly. This has happened recently where someone didn't, no one won any platinum for that platform. So 75 platinum. And I think it's next week's episode, there'll be new winners. So cool. Right. That's it for emblems. Should we move on to the Dojo Dusting?
Cool. There we go. Now let's move on to the Dojo Dusting.
That's it for Dojo Dusting. Should we move on? I got nothing. I got nothing for. Well, I mean,
my internet's
fixed.
No,
not really.
Internet.
Yeah, your internet's fixed. I don't have an internet. Actually, to be fair, there's no confirmation as of yet, but we're looking for 2 weeks in September. There will be no 10 o'clock. Loz and I are. Well, I mean, in theory, we're going on holiday, and I mean, unless I ask Nazeth to fill it in with someone else, but I mean that feels like a big ask.
Surely we'll find a way to upload something from there. Maybe
from the place. Yeah, but I'd rather put that on the other thing that's more related to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so aside from that, content-wise, it's been difficult to create content, mostly because everything is still a little in flux with things like Campai Cast. Stuff still keeps breaking, and it takes a lot of time to fix these things. I don't know what to say. I'll try. I'll try to do better. I have a plan. Whether or not I'll actually see it through is another question entirely. I don't want to promise stuff I'm not going to deliver. I've learned my lesson. No, I haven't. So that's it for Dojo Dusting. Should we move on to the War Report? War Report. Okay, cool. You said you didn't find anything this week, did you?
No.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. One, the Chroma crap. What was the other? The Prime Vaults changed. That's switched hands again. That happened on Wednesday, I think. And also there was a announcement post about the Angel of the Zerman 1.1. So this is what I was going to mainly focus on. They're looking to improve Void Sling. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview. They're looking to improve Void Sling, including the potential to strafe while Void Slinging, right? Not 100% sure how that would plan out, but I mean, it is what it is. Huh?
What?
What?
Well, you said but. What?
But, okay. Right, yeah. The next point is Overguard is getting a review, but they've not given too much in the line of detail. They did, however, discuss the possibility of new operator arcanes that would directly interact with Overguard, as well as talking about additional arcane slots for amps.
Well, actually, those would be human to input into the game, then they become mandatory, and then we have to run them on the stuff just to get the Overguard.
I don't know what you're doing to your voice, but like you are coming out a garbled mess for me. It just might be the
It's the thingy detector. Yeah, I should probably turn off. No, I was just trying to be all like fake nerdy, being like how that they'll put those in and then they'll become mandatory because everyone just whinges about Overguard, and it's like, oh, but I'll have to now use that arcane slot to get rid of the terrible Overguard, and that makes them mandatory, and that's bad. So, and because they're mandatory and that's bad, they should just remove Overguard from the game.
No. Right? And then the last thing they mentioned was releasing 2 remaining Incarnate weapons that they showed off during DevStream 160. I don't remember them showing off any additional arcane Incarnate weapons.
Is that an emblem? Looks like an emblem.
Damn you.
Yes, they did. I can't remember what they are now. I do remember seeing them, but I can't remember what they were.
Okay, I only remember the taunt for the pistol and the rifle. No,
wait.
I don't think it is.
That?
Oh shit! That could be an emblem.
It's got effects.
I think the effects are on the shoulder, but the weird line with the circle is an emblem. Actually, if you look at them directly and you press I, it'll show up their profile page.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How are they doing that thing with the line?
No, I think that's the shoulder piece that they have.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, in terms of Overguard, I've said this on Twitter. I like it as it is. I think there are rooms for improvement.
I know. Can I just suggest one thing that would be good improvement to Overguard? From what I can tell a bit from the comments, is maybe have it not appear early game.
I could go with that.
Yeah, there was a comment about progression through star chart and difficulty. We'll get to it when we get to the comments. But if there is any feedback about that, I like Overguard, and I would actually really like it if it appeared later in the game. It was like, right, yeah, low level, enemies level 30 and below, Xmas are just awful, don't have Overguard, just normal, whatever, easy peasy, they knock over, or maybe you don't even see Xmas. And then when you get into the late game, these harder enemies start appearing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have had a conversation with people on Twitter. It mostly focused around the fact that people wanted like CC and stuff to still apply to shields, Overguard, maybe in a diminished capacity. I disagree with this only because you give the player base an inch and they will find a way to turn it into a mile. They would the
yeah, because then they'll be like, I see that it applies, but it doesn't apply enough. Make it apply more, and then it'll slowly whittle away until it just.
It's not that. It's the fact that players will find some crazy combination of abilities and mods and things.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm. I don't think they'll whinge more. I think it would just be a case of, oh, well, that's a thing. Right. So yeah, I'm still open to talk about what the results were in the graphs and things, but first of all, we have topics. Loz is like, gotta press the button. Did
I pushed it.
I wasn't looking. Cool. Oh. Right. So, topic 1 is one underrated part of the update. You can buy 35,000 Kuva for 5 pinions. And topic 2, praise for the Incarnate system. Right, so topic 1. This is an insane trade for the value, comparing to 10 Kuva for 15 to 20. Sorry, this is written in a strange way. Comparing to 10,000 Kuva from 15/25 steel essence. I think that's supposed to be 15 to 25 steel essence. If you value Kuva, farm angels. Know what the best part of it is? If you farm angels on the steel path, you get steel essence and extra arcanes too. So you can get extra plat.
Extra plat?
Selling the arcanes, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Trading the arcanes. All in all, this new tile set is phenomenal for late game players who value Kuva and Plat. Now, I don't know about you, but my dumb brain would be like, who needs Kuva? And the only thing that I can come up with is all the Riven farmers.
Well, to make more Rivens for new guns, I assume the new Arcanum guns must have Rivens.
I assume so. I haven't actually tried. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah. So then they need to be re-rolled, so they're made good. So I'm not saying Kuva. I don't like Rivens, but I do appreciate that Kuva is almost an evergreen resource that works alongside the game, because as any weapon comes out, it'll have a Riven, and thus Kuva constantly needs more usage, because people are like, oh, better get that Riven. Oh, I've got that Riven. Oh, I'll buy it for 100 plat. Oh, I want to re-roll it.
So my query to you is, do you like Rivens as a concept, just not implementation?
Yes, just implementation. Yeah, I wanted them to be always 3 positives, 1 negative, or 2 positive, 1 negative. I like the fact there's a negative.
Yeah.
I was very upset when somebody told me you could roll it into be like, I picked that one up. Stupid.
You have
child,
didn't you?
I know, but the stupid golden child still went to it.
Oh, okay.
Because somebody else hasn't picked it up.
Stupid ghost child.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I wanted always it to have a negative. Because that way
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I like the idea of negatives you have to deal with. Whereas the fact that you can roll a perfect 3 positive just seems what's the point of the negative then? It's just annoying rolls. If you're going to have a system where you can get the outcome of positives with no negative, then just make it positives. You've already made the negative completely. I want to use the word superfluous, but I don't think that's the keyword. It's just a fail roll. There's no benefit to it. I suppose maybe some people could say there are some builds, some very rare builds, where they can make actually benefit of negative stats. But let's be fair. If that was the case, come up with like special Rivens that have negative stats on would be better than putting them in the rolls. I doubt there's many people who try for negative stats on guns, apart from when they produce, and most of the time, all the reason they want it is because it does something with the weapon that was never intended, i.e. breaks it. So yeah, I'm not a fan of them. No,
see, a part of me feels that a lot of it is down to how inaccessible Rivens are, is in part hurting the game more, because they're not going to take Rivens out, you know. And if Rivens were more accessible, then you could, in theory,
oh, fudge again.
Build for it more. What's did you accidentally stand on the thing?
Yeah. Now the angels despawned? Did it die?
Did it stand on the thing?
No, it just... Oh, it must have died. I don't care. Oh, well, it's just an opinion. Hey, moving on.
So, a part of me feels that if Rivens were made available earlier on in the game, and you could get them more securely, right? I think players would... So I think D could accommodate for them better. But they're a lot harder to get a hold of. I think the only ways to get Rivens are... And forgive me if for my ignorance, there's Gifts of the Lotus when they come about. There's Sorties, I think, is another way you can get Rivens, or through Paladino with Riven Slivers.
Yeah.
Right? I think those are the only ways you can get a Riven mod. And a part of me feels that it's really not accessible to a more casual player base. You'd have to be pretty damn into it to just run sorties every day for a chance to get a Riven. Hold on, I just want to double check that I've actually got that right. Unless you can turn around and say, yep, you got that right.
About what? Rivens?
Yeah, where you get them from.
Those would be three main sources. There may be another one, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Might be a vendor somewhere which has them or something. They're more likely.
Okay, so you get a single Riven from the War Within. Paladino at the Iron Wake will give you a Riven for 10 Riven Slithers. You get Riven Slithers from a bunch of different places. You get sorties, right? So you get it from a sortie. Okay, and Teshin can, as a rotating offer. You can also periodically get them from Night Waves, Tactical Alerts, Gifts of Lotus, Daily Tribute. Oh, the Evergreen Milestone. Or yeah. Oh, yeah. So the login rewards. Yeah. Art Gun Riven mods are from Arbitration Honors. Companion Riven mods are from Cephalon Samaris. So how would you feel about that? Would you like that?
What?
If Rivens were made more available?
Yeah, but I think available because the Kuva's the main thing. It's just access just allows you to get more chance at the different weapons that you want, which should be fine. But the rerolls where the actual worth is, you know.
Yeah, but do you agree with what I'm saying with the whole? Because I know you're playing at the same time. Do you agree with the sentiment that if Rivens were more available, DE could accommodate for them in higher level gameplay?
Accommodate them for
better.
No, I want them to accommodate from higher level gameplay. I want them to become mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is that players are like. So I think the problem is a lot of players aren't necessarily engaging with them, more the veterans than anything else. And players see these Rivens and they're just like, no, I don't want to do that.
Let's ask a more specific question. So I've got a handful of Rivens for weapons I use. Would I get a Riven for every weapon that I use? Yes, I try to. How do I go about doing it? Well, I normally just buy a Riven of the type that I want, and then I just do random rerolls. Do I sit there and do lots and lots of rerolls? No. I'm not one of these people.
You can't get it for a specific weapon by re-rolling the Riven.
No. Yeah, no. I buy the one for the specific weapon, and then do instead of buying like I don't try and buy the best Riven for the thing. I try and buy any Riven cheap for the thing, and then just do some rerolls. I'm not. That's how I play. So I don't use up a lot of Kuva. Once I've got one that's like, I'm happy about that. It's just some form of damage or something. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't use up a great deal of Kuva. I think I'm sitting on. I have to check off this mission. I think I'm sitting on a fair bit of Kuva, but yeah. Do I think giving access earlier would be helpful? It's limited by the War Within than anything else, even though they never really got round to doing the explanation for that. You know, there's a whole Cephalon there that never got a name or a voice really, or an explanation, which is a shame. So giving them earlier, maybe like you get them but you can't re-roll them earlier. Yeah, maybe that would help.
Well, I mean, maybe just making them not necessarily earlier, maybe take that back and say if they're just more accessible, you can get them for standing with Quills, with Voxelaris.
Yeah, if there was like one per week on different things, would I do things more? Yes. Definitely. But that's why they try and do Riven slithers, I think. But then you can only hand in one set of slithers a week, so maybe adjust that or something.
I'm not going to say 1 a week. I'm going to recommend like 100,000 rep per one. Yeah, because you have to farm up that rep again. And if they do decide to finally take the rep caps off, that means you could spend, I don't know, an entire day farming rep.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put it on uncapped reps.
You wouldn't?
Yep. No.
Why not?
Because you don't want people to, you want more. There's a difference between more accessible Rivens and more Rivens than the sun.
Right.
So I want people to be a bit more accessible, but not to the point that people could just farm stupid amounts. I mean, that if you put it on an uncapped rep, somebody will figure out a way to get a bajillion rep in 2 seconds and then buy a bajillion Rivens. You know I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. I don't disagree with you. But the reason why I'm saying the more uncapped thing is because just because you get, say, each faction has a specific type of Riven. So the Quills only do pistols. The Voxelaris only do shotguns. The Lloyd only does rifles. Yeah. So you could guarantee the type of weapon doesn't mean you guarantee the correct weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or do you want to add in a new system once a month? You can trade in 4 Rivens, maybe 8 Rivens, maybe 16 Rivens for the specific weapon you want.
I'd rather just add in, if you're trying to, I see what you're trying to do here. I'd rather just add in that on those reps, they sell an item, which could be unlimited, that allows you to re-roll. This could be unlimited, you see. It allows you to re-roll the weapon of the same type on that Riven.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So
would it veil it again?
Huh?
Would it veil it again?
I don't really care, but part of me thinks DE might actually be more open to if it did, because then there'd also be more use of the Riven Unveiler. That's a thing, isn't it?
Yes, but they're very limited. They're very hard to get a hold of. They're probably as hard to get. No, maybe harder to get than the rep-based Rivens. Because I think only... Oh, God, hold on. I've got the wiki in front of me. I could just bloody look it up. Control-6, like Control-F, Cipher. Not on this page. Scroll up, do the searchy search. Riven Cipher. Veiled Riven Cipher. It's got that the wiki page has in giant bold text. Time until Veiled Riven Cipher purchase is reset. 2 days, 1 hour, 29 minutes. It's just like, that's incredible. You can only get them from Tashin.
Who?
Tashin.
Who?
Ghost.
Oh, the Space Ghost.
Coast to coast. Yeah. You can also get them from Gifts of the Lotus whenever they turn up. So...
Is somebody... Do I have a Necros on my team? Yes. This is annoying that the health bar is like, okay, that's an Xmas. Let me deal with it. Game?
It's friendly Xmas.
I know. It would be nice if friendlies had different health bars.
I've always said that.
Yeah, I know, but it's getting worse. Like the Xmas one's really big and chunky.
So, in order to be able to get Veiled Riven Ciphers, you would have to do Steel Path, right? I think that's a little too much of an ask for players.
Well, you wouldn't have to, because you could just do it normally.
Yeah, I know. But, like... some of the tasks I feel could do with being removed.
I personally don't care, because I bet when I've got Riven sitting there, I've just never gone around to unveil them. If I went, it was a serious thing of it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you make it a chance just to annoy people. That seems a later question to me. Maybe give it a try, see what it's like with and without, and I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, I do agree with the sentiment of having access to the the Kuva for 5 pinions, the 35 Kuva for 5 pinions. Cool. I'm down for that.
Do you think we still need more ways to get Kuva?
God, I don't want to. No. We've got Kuva siphons. We've got Kuva flood. We've got Teshin. We've got this. We've got dailies. God, I can't. I think it's in Sortie as well. Do we really need more ways to get Kuva?
Yes, and I've just thought of one.
Go on.
And I'll be shocked if they do already do this, and they may do. I don't know. Someone might be like, "It's on the wiki. How do you guys not know?" Because I didn't know. Do you remember the things you deploy to planets?
Yeah. The extractors.
I want a Kuva extractor.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to
find. It wouldn't have to be a lot. Small amounts, Yeah, Kuva extractors. Because when was the last time? When was the last time you used one of those?
Never. I fucking years, many years.
Yeah.
I've just stopped bothering with them.
I mean, if I could deploy them to the I should try after this. If I could deploy them to Zariman and I get a chance every day, once a day, of getting a different void plume.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you could get Kuva from.
Oh man, we should also have like fishing ones as well. That'd be cool. I just need to do so much more with that.
Yep, you can get Kuva from siphons, bounties on all 3 planets, sorties, Kuva survival, disruption apparently does it, Nightwave offerings, what you do with the credits, arbiters will you can do it for the Vit assassins, but that means doing arbitrations. The Larvelings.
I love the way you mentioned that.
Requiem.
Because nobody can do those.
No, I hate doing them.
I know you hate doing them, but that doesn't mean
everyone hates doing them. They lie if they say they like it. All right. Kuva Larvelings, Requiem relics, power. So using the powers on rank 1, 2, 3, and 4 Kuva liches. Drops the different amounts of Kuva. Yeah. And you can buy it for Steel Essence. So there's a lot of places you can get Kuva. No, another one. Yeah, so I just think maybe it's a case of we need to make Rivens more available so players can, start making that perfect build that DE will be able to accommodate for. Loz is in stunned silence in agreement.
I was thinking.
Good thinking, bad thinking?
Well, you were saying about perfect build, and that's obviously the goal of what people want Kuva for. Should people get too much Kuva, that's.
Can I give you a shock factor?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how much Kuva I have that I'm sitting on?
200,000.
780,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm doing nothing with it.
Yeah. It's really like, easy. I could use this, but I'm going to get junk.
Well, actually, hilariously, Joey was like, oh man, I need to go farm Kuva so I can make this Riven mod into a good Riven mod. I'm like, hand it here. I just did it for him. And I was like, good. My 770,000 Kuva is still untarnished. Still sitting on a truck ton. And that's just passively playing. This isn't me actively farming that amount of Kuva.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I think I have 100,000 Kuva, I think, or I had something near there or something. And I don't even look at it. So that's why it's just there. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm also thinking, we were talking about the reroll thing for the Rivens. You were talking about your idea for you can get unlimited number of these things to re-roll the Riven to the weapon you want. Yeah. I assume you would have to buy them in bulk. We're using rep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you consider putting this on the reputations that we want to remove the daily cap of?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine with this being.
I'm fine with these being unlimited. Like getting Rivens.
No. That wasn't the question. Sorry, the question was if we put this on the quills, who we would want to see the daily cap removed for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could get any number of these a day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly
so
what I was saying.
Okay.
So when you were suggesting the Riven before, I would worry that somebody would find out a million billion way to get rep because it's uncapped and unlimited. They'd find some way, I don't know, to trick spawn Nidalon, then insta kill it by clipping through a wall, and then they could do that 70 times a night and get a bajillion rep. Someone will find a way, right? And then using that, they could then make infinite Rivens, which is a problem because it dilutes pools and things, and the Riven itself making more of those, but making the ability to change randomly of the same type what the Rivens are, and there's no actual more ways to obtain more Rivens. Well, that's no big deal. They could. Oh no, we can re-roll what this. The amount of Rivens remains the same. It just allows them to be a bit more flexible. And who cares if you have? I can change the weapon of this Riven 100,000 times. Good job. Doesn't break the system, but I can make an infinite amount of Rivens by this one hack. I feel that could break it.
Okay, fair enough. Right, shall we? I don't know if we have any other further points. We have definitely strayed away from the original topic. Yes, I agree with the Plat, but for the Kuva. But
no, we haven't really strayed because it's to do with Kuva and the uses of Kuva. So
yeah. So do we want to go to the replies?
Well, first I'm just going to scan this thing. So I don't think I've scanned this yet. So I'm going to scan that. I'm going to scan this, and then that over there because that looks like a bag. Bags are cool. You need to scan bags. And then that bag. He broke the bag.
No, it broke it.
The thing. Right. Void Plume Pinions and Riven Slivers can only be traded once a week for 35,000 Kuva each, but it's still not the go-to method for Kuva farm. Vitus Essence is slightly better since it'll drop from arbitration drones, unlike Steel Essence, which will drop in time intervals of 3 to 8 minutes.
Yeah, but that means you have to do arbitrations.
I was literally just going to say stock position that stock reply. Arbitrations, pain, hate, something like that.
Yeah.
The Zaraman is crazy for passively earning focus as well. Yeah, it's pretty good for focus actually. It's good. I'd rather they remove the bloody cap, but take it over nothing. The trick to finding them is to take the bounties that require you kill them. They get a special marker. Then they get a special marker. Oh, the angels.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because part of the original topic was if you value Kuva, farm angels.
Yes.
If you do a mission that's about killing angels, you'll get a special marker to let you know where the angels are. And the last one is they finished adding Endo everywhere, so it's Kuva's turn now.
No.
Really? I could still use more Endo, but I don't openly go looking for it.
I mean, how many mods do you have that you could just smush?
No, I smush my mods. I'm a good boy.
No. Yeah, I think the problem is that they've opened a can of worms when it comes to Rivens.
Oh yeah, just shy of 100,000.
They can't put the genie back in the bottle.
No,
Sorry,
I was pointing out I had 100,000 Kuva and I barely play.
Yeah. So I think what would be really beneficial is if they make Rivens more accessible. Hell, I'm not opposed to saying oh yeah, you can get Rivens from doing it's like getting to Ceres or something. Just remove them from being the reward of the new war. No, sorry, the war within. And just oh, there you go. It's easier to get to now. Although they are talking about streamlining getting to the Zeraman and things like that. So it's a quicker process. But yeah, anyway. Should we move on to topic 2?
Yeah.
Cool. So, topic 2, as he hits the button.
I have to move things.
Praise for the Incarnon system. The new Incarnon weapons are probably best implemented for best implementation of modular gear in the current game. Can you go to your arsenal before you go to anything? Because I want to have a look. Do you have any Incarnon weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you unlocked any of it?
Just the base.
Okay. Do you want to go? I don't know if you're able to see the latest stuff at all. Oh no, you need to go talk to Canyonero.
That's a stupid name.
But it's accurate.
Stupid name. No, his name is Weapons Man.
No, his name's Cavallero.
No, his name's Weapons Man.
But I call him the Canyonero.
Yes, but he does weapons.
Canyonero.
Does he do anything else?
Canyonero.
Anyway,
making the gun more than mastery fodder gives some nice personalization that's missing from kit guns. While some of the earlier nodes could use some work to be more interesting, the system is great as a whole. I appreciate that they're precision-based and not just more AoE vomit. I eagerly await the addition of the shotgun and dagger as shown from DevStream 160. So apparently there's a shotgun and a dagger. And I'm hoping there are plans to add even more weapons to the roster. I think with the success of this system, the answer is yes. Can you actually see the nodes at all? Does it actually show you what the different? No, okay.
You can see your next node.
Yeah, you just can't see. So
I should really get this done. This is actually really easy. I just find it hard to find Eximus on here, so
I'll just go to. I think ESO is a good place for it. Yeah.
It is one of those things that you can just do and then leave. By the way, I've tested this. You don't need to finish the mission. You need to achieve the objective.
How do you feel?
To it from here, didn't you?
Well, ESO is the only way to get to it. It's the faction-based one.
Wait, that's not the only way to get to it.
How else do you get to like Elite Sanctuary Onslaught?
You go talk to Smarris.
Oh, fuck that noise! I have to go to a fucking relay to go talk to do fucking ESO.
What?
Right there!
Yeah. What? Because it's too difficult for immersion to do this. Look, you go, okay, I want to go to Lorunda Relay. Do. Oh, look, I'm going to Lorunda Relay. It's loading. Yeah, it skips cinematic.
Just gonna point out, I could have done 17 Elite Sanctuary Onslaughts in the time it took you to load them.
I also pushed the wrong button. Hello, Davo. In fact, yeah, look. Just like Samaris, in your face.
Okay, now what?
Just get immersion. Get to see Samaris in my face.
But you could do the.
I wish to attempt. What?
Oh God, this was way too much effort.
It's done.
Way too much effort.
I got some immersion.
Anywho. So yeah, okay. So how do you feel in general about the Incarnon weapons?
Well, I mean, I've got one, and I've only done like one unlock with it, but they're fun. I don't know if they're good or not. Somebody has to tell me on that thing. I enjoy using them. I like the concept of having a weapon that changes. The change does take a little bit it's a bit slow. So as you see the little bar on the bottom. It's very hard to see. There's a little bar filling up underneath the reticule, and then as that fills up, there we go. It's full. Okay, so I'm now gonna kill that dude. All right, okay. I'll do the change, and it kind of
takes 3 years.
Yeah. Change it back. Change it back. Oh.
You know, it consumes the whole bar if you change it back.
Yeah. It's just like it's just quite time consuming as well.
Wait,
this one.
I get the sentiment, of having this, you use the weapon, it gets better, and you can evolve it during combat. And if you keep killing while in the evolved state, you are able to keep it in its evolved state. But I don't know about you. I just like, I hate talent trees with a passion, because you look at all the nodes, and all the nodes is like there's one clear winner.
So I know on this one, the pistol, there's fire rate, which I assume would be the best. Yeah, there's fire rate, something while moving, and recoil.
Yeah.
Now,
I think they're the same on all the weapons.
Running, I'm not sure, because the pistol in pistol mode just seemed pretty rubbish, from what I can tell. But I do run an anti-recoil on the pistol because it does. This is currently with a less recoil mod in there. So I would actually consider putting the. I would actually say there's a bit of alternative there. Some people might go, I can manage the recoil, and so I just want pure fire rate. I would, however, like the extra mod slot and will I'm in my first option. I think I'm going to probably pick the recoil one, because I find the recoil on anything annoying. So I don't know. It's their first attempt at it, so it's going to be very hard for them to balance out what's the best one and what options people want for them. But I quite like it so far. I think it's a good first attempt. What I would like to see more of, I know you say you hate talent trees, is that you change what's is it called the Incarnum version or the Incarnum mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like that you could swap out the different like things of the Incarnum mode. Like this one goes from a pistol to like a machine gun,
a rifle. Yeah.
I'd like it to go different types of. I could swap out what type of rifle will it become.
Yeah, I suppose it's not like you could go burst or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fire modes and things. That'd be cool.
Just to go through, are you okay to go through the different talents?
On what?
On the pistol.
Are you going to do the wiki or something?
Yes, I got the wiki in front of me.
Go for it.
Yeah. So apart from unlocking the Incarnum
level 1
form,
is unlocking the Incarnum form.
Yeah. Level 2 is minus 40% recoil. Actually, I won't redo the numbers. So less recoil, more fire rate, or more movement speed while aiming. Yeah. To me, it's the fire rate. The fire rate wins that.
Do each of the different weapons have different ways of getting their Incarnum thingy up?
No, I think they're all the same.
Which is what, just shoot things?
Yeah, I think it's just kill stuff. I've done my level 2. I'm working on my level 3. I can't remember where I am.
I'm not sure if this one was headshots, but that's why I feel it's like I'm not getting much energy off these bloody infested. It would make sense if it was headshots, and then aiming while aiming, or movement speed while aiming, would actually be very useful.
Potentially. But I could easily see just everyone going for the fire rate one. Yeah. The level 3 one is reload speed on headshots. What's it called? 30% magazine reload per second while holstered. Oh yeah, so reload while holstered, and then 60% ammo efficiency while aim gliding and sliding. I think I'll probably do the headshot reload speed. So that can stack up to 3 times. So you get 90% reload speed for 12 seconds on headshots. So yeah, I think I'd rather go for that one. Do you have a preference out of those 3? Do you want me to read them again?
No, I had the headshot one.
Yeah, okay. The 4th one is 50% headshot damage. Sorry, just headshot damage. Headshots build more Incarnon transmutation mode change.
Yeah, so this isn't just do damage. This only gains its Incarnon through headshots.
Is it just head?
But that's what you just read out. Was one of the things.
No. This one is it gains extra build up with headshots.
Yeah, but it's weird because I don't know if you could look it up, see what the weapon does. It really feels like Wave 1, I was able to easily build up the Incarnum thing. Wave 2, shooting infested, very hard to find the head sometimes. I'm like, why did I build Incarnum? Where am I Incarnum at? No, don't. Oh, they blow up. Like one more.
Yeah, it is. Headshots, charge, Incarnate transmutation. Yeah, no, you're right. It's just on headshots.
For the pistol or for?
It is for the pistol. I assume it's for all of them, though. Well, probably not the melee.
No, exactly. Maybe it's unique for each one, but.
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for the pistol and the rifle.
Well, the melee is going to be different, at least, I guess.
Yeah, just slash it. Yeah, the rifle's the same.
Yes.
Okay, so fine, headshots on that one then. So, so the fourth one is more headshot damage, more Incarnate transmutation on headshots, more status chance, less crit chance. So those are the three things. So the third one is more status chance, less crit chance, right? What do you think you would go for?
More status chance, less crit chance.
Yeah.
I think the headshot one.
Which one of those two?
The Incarnum.
Right, okay. I'm inclined to say that one, but I'm also inclined to say the damage. So... and then the fifth one, the last one, Devouring Attrition, 50% chance to deal 2,000% damage on non-critical hits. Wait, what?
What?
So you got a 50-50 on whether or not you do 2,000 times a non-crit hit.
Yep.
So it becomes a super crit? Becomes an ultra crit, omni crit, mega crit. I don't know.
Oh
that seems crazy.
This Eximus, he's so hard. The fact I can still blind him.
That's because you took off the overguard.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm still whinging about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like they're completely immune to CC. Oh, it's got overguard.
No. It's just the overguard.
So CC isn't completely immune because you just got to take out the overguard. Then you can just CC them.
Yeah.
Freaking hell. Oh my god, if everything isn't instantly CC'd the minute it spawns on the map, I just don't know how to play the game anymore.
Anyway, so crazy damage, fucky worky. Headshots, 40% ammo on headshot, 40% ammo efficiency for 6 seconds. So I assume that's like you use less ammo for 6 seconds. Okay. So 1 in every 40%. So 2 in every 5 rounds are free.
Yeah.
Cool. And then on hit, that is neither critical nor applies a status effect. 400% damage for 20 seconds stacks up to 3 times.
You want negative status on that one?
No. So this is if you've got, I don't know what kind of status chance these weapons have.
Well, this weapon.
Or, well, that weapon. Status chance is 22%. So don't mod for status.
Yeah, so you're going to want... So a Riven with a negative status would be a benefit on that, for that build.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know what I would want.
I'd play around with it. Yeah.
I kind of feel like I want because that stacks up to 3 times for 20 seconds. But that's a 50-50 of whether or not it does 2,000 damage on a non-crit. I think I'd go for the 50-50 dealing 2,000% damage on a non-crit.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't take into consideration the status effects at all, whereas the other one does. So you can still build for status if you want.
Yeah, it's still, that would benefit from a negative crit Riven.
Yeah. So negative crit chance Riven. Yeah, I would, yeah. I would pick that one, I think, hands down. I could be wrong. But the alternative is it goes up to 1,200 times damage, but doesn't affect crits and status affecting shots, but it only lasts for 20 seconds and you'd have to rebuild the stacks.
Yeah.
So, but then a 50-50 2,000 damage, I think I'd much rather go for that. I don't know. Does that seem crazy? Yeah, anyway. Incarnate weapons are interesting, to say the least. But I do feel that talent trees. I mean, the upshot is you don't have to build a gajillion different...
They're not really talent trees.
They are, though.
No, to me, talent trees
it's one talent tree where you have multiple nodes, and you just pick the best cookie cutter build.
Yes, but to me, a talent tree has to have branching paths. Otherwise, it's not a tree. It's options.
World of Warcraft didn't do that.
It did?
Like maybe one layer tops for only some.
Yes, but then the other thing that the way they did their tree was that you couldn't unlock everything on every tree. That's the other thing. You could have got
until it got to the point where you could.
Not on every tree.
Oh, sorry. Not everything on every tree.
Yeah. You had to make choices because there was options. So it was like a talent tree. So they were like the branches going out, and you could either go deep into one tree or you could go shallow in every tree. So it was like, yeah.
Okay. I hope that they keep this.
Whereas the Warframe one is just literally, here's 5 options in a straight line. It is not a tree.
Yeah.
It is a talent worm. A talent cucumber.
Okay.
Straight line.
Okay.
Not a talent tree.
Sure. Okay. Anyway. I don't know if these weapons are viable. I don't know if they're top tier weapons or bottom tier weapons. They're interesting to say the least, and I think they're better in incarnation of the kit guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you ask me which one do I prefer out of kit guns or these instantly. I think you haven't. You focused on leveling. As soon as like one of them was available, even though I haven't done much with it, I wanted to get.
No. I've gotten higher in my rifle than you have in your pistol.
Yeah, fair. But I remember when I had a pistol and you hadn't bought anything because you were focusing on leveling your rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what my point was.
Okay.
I know now you're way ahead. You've maxed out the rep and everything. But like, I'm just showing it as an example that you were focused on the rep. But I like the idea of the system so much that I was like, right, I can buy one of these now. I'm going to spend rep on it rather than focusing solely on leveling. Just I'm like, yeah, I want that. I want in on that. That seems cool. Give me a piece of that. Even if I'm not going to use it, that enthused me more. Because all I had to do was I had to get a recipe and I built the gun. Now I've got the gun. And now I can vary it by just going to a person, which we saw earlier. And I'm going to have to go there after this mission fails. Because I need to have a look at which choice to pick for the next one. And then learn what I got to do for the next thing. Which I can do with the arsenal, I guess. Yeah, whereas kit guns, I despise utterly the way kit guns work. They really need to redo them, in my opinion.
Why do you despise kit
fiddly.
guns? Why do you despise kit guns?
Right, okay, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, so the incarnate system, you buy the recipe, you build the gun, right? Permanently got the gun now. And then you can go to a person after you've done the challenges, which is cool. It's gameplay enhancing, which is good. and then alter it at your leisure. You're not fixed in. You know, it's variable. It's a variable system that allows you to be variable. Kit guns, on the other hand, right? So you have to get the rep to get the access of all the different parts from the vendor. Okay, let's ignore the rep component. Let's say you get that first hurdle done. Right, done, out of the way. And let's ignore, then you have to, well, actually, let's ignore that. Then you have to farm up the rep you want for the different bits you're going to use. Okay, so you farm that up and you buy some recipes. Then you have to go back to your ship. You have to build those bits, right? And then you've built all the bits you want to use. And once that's happening, you have to then go back to the person and put those bits together. You have a gun, right? Oh, I made a mistake. I want a different receiver. But all the other bits are fine. Oh, well, I have to go get all 3 bits again. And then put them together again. And then there's the other bit that even after you've done that, there's the bit about you have to level the gun twice. First you have to turn it into, level it once to get it into a real gun, and then you have to level it again. It's like, oh, so much busy work. Instead, I would have preferred it if when you bought the recipe, the kit gun, that component would be freely available for you to build kit gun recipes for. And you go, right, okay, I go to the person and I unlock all the recipes once I got all the rep, and that's it. And then I go, okay, I want to, you can then click through the build a kit gun thing and you pick what you want. I want this part, and this part. It then prints a blueprint, you go to your ship, you print the gun. You don't have to forever be producing endless bits.
Damn, that's actually really good. I actually really like that.
Permanently unlock the recipe. And then the thing is, it just speeds things up. So the build bits for the gun from the final blueprint would be made from what you currently would have to build the 3 separate bits from.
Yeah.
It just makes it one recipe, one build, instead of 3 bits that you have to build separately, and and then the fiddly bit of like, okay, which receiver do I want? And then looking, as I recall, you can look at different kit guns on the person, but then when you have to build your kit gun, you have to actually have the bits, in your inventory. So why not just make them permanent unlocks, and then you can fiddle through and look at the different guns, and you just go, that's the gun I want, print a blueprint, go back to the ship, you build it once, job done.
See, a part of me was thinking you were going to turn around and say, let me dismantle into the 3 components. That's the thing I've heard a lot. Let me break it apart into 3 separate parts, and then let me recombine it into the stuff I want. Yeah. So I like yours probably more.
It's just tidies it up,
Yeah. I don't think they'll go back to it. Evident by, well, they haven't gone back to it for this.
No. Well, no, they've abandoned it and just gone, right, well, because they did kit guns. They did Zors, then did kit guns, and you think the next one would have had kit rifles. But they just put a different grip on the kit guns so that you could turn them into rifles. There was no more. The only thing they'd be left is kit arc guns, kit arc wings. Well, kit arc wings were actually going to be the next thing, and then that never went anywhere, did it?
Yeah, they didn't do the modular arc wings. Okay. I do prefer the Incarnate weapons much, much more than the kit guns.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting as well. Look, so I've just done a thing in a mission. I've got, challenge completed. Right, I've got to go back to the person now. Okay, and I'll unlock the next thing. Ooh, I know we read them out, but what am I going to get? Ooh. What will the next challenge be? Ooh, I'll have to go do it. Which mission will I have to go do? Am I going to have to get, like, kills with Grenier or something? Or Parazon kills or something? Or am I going to get headshot kills? Or a headshot streak of some form? Who knows? Now let's have a look. We've got to go to... What do you call him? I call him Gunman, but...
Canyonero.
Yeah. Let's have a look. So... Oh, okay. So this is unlocked now. So I'm gonna go for the fire rate. Was that the? Oh, get back. I want the recoil, so I'm gonna take the recoil one. Right. Then what I gotta do? Land 8 headshots on void angels with primary fire without reloading. I hate you, game. No, that's not that hard actually.
Isn't it?
Yes, because like I said, you don't need to finish the mission. So I can just go solo, go find an angel, and just get my headshots without worrying about people killing it in 2 seconds. It's actually easy, actually. Let's let's try that now while we're talking. Overall, though, wow, that's an interesting thing. I think how can I play the game in a way to get that done? It's good.
Well, I'm on that, and that's the one I'm like. I like to
say that again.
I'd like to read you out the next two challenges.
Yep.
If you're okay with that, or do you want to keep it?
Go for it. No, go for it. Yeah, go say it.
Okay. So the next challenge after this one is close 12 ruptures in Void Flood.
Okay.
Right. And the last one is complete a solo mission with an Incarnon weapon equipped in every slot.
Ah. That's not too hard.
I feel this is the hardest one.
What, really? What, this angel one?
Yeah. And, like... It just felt like this is the hardest one. I thought it was just going to escalate from here, and I'm like, oh, no, it didn't. It got easier. Never mind. Anyway, should we go to the replies?
Seeing as the next one doesn't even state in one mission.
Yeah.
It's just... This is the trickiest one, I think, which I think hopefully people say, where are you going, golden child? Lead me to your secret flute. Aha, it was behind this bench. It is a crest. Woohoo! Right, is that it for the
Well, yeah, should we go to the replies?
Yeah, sure. Let me just get that in the right place. I adore the system too, and even more than not being AoE spam. In the comments, can people tell us what this AoE spam is? What is the meta AoE spam that everyone is after these days?
Shoot AoE weapons. That's it.
What, Ignis and things?
Well, the Spore Lacer, Catch Moon, the Kuva Zar, the Kuva Tonkor, the Kuva Nukor. It's like AoE weapons, and like apparently people don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know where this has come from. It's like, oh, it's bland and boring, and fucking CC's any different? I mean, what's? Oh no, I've frozen everything in place. Whatever will I do? Anyway. Yeah, but yeah, no, seriously, do let us know why it's bad. Do you want to continue reading?
Yeah. I adore the system too, and even more than not being AoE spam, they're actually good! Sure, it won't hit Brahma room clear level, but the stats evolutions, specifically /weight, makes them really powerful, along with them feeling fantastic to use. It's also, seeing as we can actually have guns that turn into other types of guns, can I have my corpus guns which turn into briefcases and
Actually, the really interesting one is the fact that they added in an animation that turns the rifle into an arc gun.
Was that what it does?
Yeah, it turns into an arc gun, so it becomes I think the term is underslung. So it's like, your grip is above the weapon, not below the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move away for a sec. Next round of Incarnate weapons should be weapons whose all form changes on melee or pistol kills instead of precision kills.
No, fuck off. I'm sorry, you wanted these guys. You don't want AoE. No! Sorry, that's a bit harsh. Fuck off.
I'm being a bit harsh. Now do the thing I told you to do.
Fuck off.
This is how very strong weapons should be made. Have a base that is good/decent, build up a meter, and unleash hell for a limited amount of time. It's one way of doing, decent weapons.
But the problem is that there are still other weapons that are going to surpass it, because
there's always going to be
nothing can beat AoE, right? The way you limit AoE is you have to give it negatives like smaller clip size, so you have to reload more frequently, or maybe longer reload time,
or ammo capacities. So the fact you run out of.
I literally just said that.
No, not. But you didn't say.
Oh, right.
so that you run out. That's what they did at one point. You know, all the launchers got low ammo, so that it was like,
Oh
right,
god, yeah.
launchers are powerful, but you only get like a handful of shots.
Yeah. What else could you do? Slow fire rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a multitude of
You
different
could add
things
in
you could do.
negatives from repeated use, like the Ignis could have a overheat mechanic.
Overheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to have things like self-damage, but we had to remove that because people kept dying and they didn't understand.
How would you feel about...
They brought back self-damage? Oh, I'd love it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm getting more sick and annoyed of the whole... God, what's the name of the damn thing? Where you self-stagger. I'm getting so annoyed by it.
You know you can mod it, right?
Self-stagger?
Yeah.
How? If you say prime sure-footed, I'm going to lose it.
Okay, then.
Everyone just said prime sure-footed. I'm like, God damn it.
You said oh, I didn't want you to lose it. But look, my obstacle stealth staggers. So it still does, because I'm on like 9 out of 10 on the mod.
Yeah.
But I just freaking hate the self-stagger. It's just pointless. Especially the optical.
Yeah.
It's not even that good anymore. Love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what happens if we get an Incarnate weapon? It's like, and the Incarnate mode is AoE. I'm like, okay. But AoE is always like superior. I mean, that's why, you know, in
I don't think I've seen this from before.
fantasy, you probably have fantasy style MMOs. You know, the squishy spellcaster classes like deal crazy damage, but they're squishy. You know, that's why you get the tanks in front of them.
Yeah, that's why things should have trade-offs. That's exactly what I wanted with Rivens. So yeah, I'm with you. Unlike this stupid thing with a stupid bubble. Oh look, I blew his bubble up in one hit.
I mean, you had to hit it, but
yeah, still.
I like to try to do that with a Tonko. Next reply.
I just don't care for shooting. Until the AoE meta, I was pure melee. Now I'm AoE and melee. These guns are cool, but aiming and shooting is too slow for me. It's too hard. I don't know how to push button.
No. I get it. I mean, this is like, well, why?
Maybe they're using.
Why bother aiming? Why aim when you could just shoot an explosion?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what this person's saying, but you know, how are you supposed to get rid of the AoE meta? Oh yeah, we got rid of the rocket launchers, the grenade launchers, the crazy sniper rifle railgun thing that deals AoE damage. You know, it's just why? Just fucking why would you do that? Oh, I don't like what's wrong with the AoE meta? I don't understand.
Why would you do that? Why?
I bet it's just because everyone uses the same weapons. Well, yeah, that's because they're good. If you took away all that stuff, everyone would pick the best rifles and, you know, fucking hell. Well, remember everyone with the Brack and the Soma.
If they weren't adding more weapons, more mods to the game, they could actually start going, right, okay, that's it. That's all the mods in the game. This is how they're going to function. Right, we can now balance the AoE weapons versus the normal weapons based on that. But the fact that they keep adding more weapons and mods means that it's always going to be an impossible game to balance. Because it's like, they could get it balanced, and then they'll throw in a new weapon that completely breaks the mold.
But that's the market, though, isn't it? That's the, you know, why is there an interest? Why would there ever be an interest for them to balance the system? It's a PvE game.
Yeah, but you still want to have some kind of balance.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's got pay to play mechanics.
Fair, but it took Blizzard how many years to make Ret Paladins viable?
That's not a pay to play content model.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's a subscription model.
I'm confused. How are they different?
I want to play this Warframe right now. Here's all this money.
You haven't lost me. I'm just confused.
Well, what's your original point? Let's work from there.
My point was that PvE games.
Oh yeah, sorry, PvE games. That's it. Yeah. So unlike World of Warcraft PvE games, so I play subscription model, and it's down to me to improve the strength of my character. Warframe, I can pay for different features, so they do need to be balanced, because otherwise, if one was too overpowered, people who bought that would find it easy to they'd be able to beat anyone who didn't use it. So I'm not saying it doesn't need to be super balanced, but it needs some aspect of balancing.
Okay.
Yeah. It just needs a bit of limited balancing, but it never can be, because new things keep coming out.
Yeah.
Regularly.
I mean, it's a game as a service.
Yeah, it's exactly, yeah. So that's the problem with one of the problems with games as a service is that.
Did you find the angel?
No. Didn't.
This is where Loz was like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here.
No, I knew it was my only reason for being here. Go, golden boy. Go.
Okay, should we go to the next one?
Oh, I need to find the angel.
Yeah, no, I meant next reply.
Oh, the angel.
But you can find the angel.
Last one is, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think the only reason people think it's good is due to how power crept these weapons are. Looking at the system itself, Evolution 1, somewhat pointless unlock of Incarnate form. Evolution 2 to 4, quality of life or stats buffs that don't really alter builds. Evolution 5, one is really busted, ignore the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that might be the case. And the interesting thing, like with kick guns, what they can do is they can go, and I hope they don't bloody take 10 years to do this. They really don't sit on their stats for too long. They should be like, right, of the people who've used the Incarnate weapons, I know it's like, oh, but maybe we want more people to use the Incarnate weapons before we do an assessment. It's like, no, just let people just run the stats on it. It might be that, okay, on pistols, everyone's picking this. On rifles, everyone's picking this. And, that sort of thing. And then they go, okay, so let's buff the other two slightly to see if that changes things. Then give it another month, run the stats again, and see. They won't do that, though. What they'll do is they'll just look at it in, 6 months' time and go, everyone's picking this one, so we nerfed it into the ground. Yay! We'll never visit this system again. That's our one check-in. That's all they do.
I think that's a little unfair.
It's highly unfair, but yeah. It's not because of want to improve the game. It's because they have something else to focus on, and they have to focus on the content. It's the truth of it.
I also feel the fact that the player base is so flippant with a lot of this stuff. I mean, it was Pablo that turned around and said that there's no point in doing Warframe reworks because it doesn't change people engaging with the Warframes.
Yep.
And I completely get that. The player base is extremely flippant. They will drop something on the say-so of someone else. I mean, again, this is why I'm so confused to what the problem is with the AoE meta. Is it just like, oh, but it hasn't changed in years? Congratulations. Neither has what's it called? Gara or Frost for defense missions. Or stealth frames for spy missions, or I mean, do you want that to change? Oh yeah, you can't pick a stealth frame for any spy missions. We put it in a hard lock that prevents it. Why? Oh, because people were complaining that they were taking the best stuff all the time. That's stupid. Stupid. You always want to take the best stuff. Why would you not? No?
No. Yeah, I don't.
You don't take the best stuff all the time?
No.
Okay.
I do it for fun.
Are you a Warframe for fun?
Yeah.
Do you get the reference?
No.
One Punch Man. I'm a hero for fun.
Yeah.
Right. That's it for the quotes. Shall we move on to the rest of the show?
Sure.
Cool. Next we have is the graphs.
I'm pushing the button. Oh, there we go. Finally.
Yeah.
That messed up a bit there. That was weird.
It's fine. So the first graph is have you experienced the issue described in topic 1? So this was where people would rush off and do the void plumes and let the bounties fail. Yeah? Yeah. So 39% said no, 61% said yes.
Do you ever seen an angel spawn in this room? I'll find my angel
Not
now.
from memory. I don't remember that.
Right, moving on.
But we've both experienced that, haven't we? Where the bounties failed because
Yes. Right. I myself were one of the idiots that runs off.
Right, the second graph, my good sir. Right. Do you think DE should make it so you can't get void plumes or activate the void angel until after you completed the bounty? Oh wow, 11% said don't care, 16% said yes, and 74% said no. Yeah. So that's certainly interesting. So even though it was your idea and everything, and I think we thought it was a good idea, neither of us wanted it either. We wanted the opportunity to fail. Right, so the third graph is which Zaraman game mode do you farm void plumes? Do you use to farm void plumes? 6% said Armageddon, 6% said mobile defense, and 88% said exterminate. Shocking no one. Right. Then the next graph is nope, that should be number 4. There we go. Did you rely on Parazon finishers for Xmas kills? 5% said yes, 95% said no. Yeah. And number 5. Sorry, number 5. Do you think Overguard should have a fundamental weakness that can be exploited by the player base to finish off Xmas units quickly? 16% said that they didn't care, 37% said yes, and 47% said no. So this was actually a lot closer than I expected it to be.
Couldn't find an angel. Oh well, try again. Right, and that's it for graphs?
Well, what do you think of this one? 37% of people want a fundamental weakness to Overguard.
Yeah, but 63% don't.
Well, 63% didn't agree.
63% don't.
Yeah, but 16% said that they didn't care. If you don't
care, then you don't.
I think that's...
Do you think it should have? I don't care. That's in the no category.
No, that's in the I could take it or leave it category.
No, it's the category of I think this fashion frame looks cute.
Which is neither here nor there.
Yes, but look at this fashion frame. It's so cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just surprised the yeses were so high. Honestly. And, maybe the oh god, what's the name of the damn things? We're not on supporter questions yet. So rushy. Maybe the new arcanes for operators are the way forward, but I certainly wouldn't want them having an added weakness. I don't want them nerfed like the sentients were.
No, yeah. I think that if you stealth would be a fine one. Like if you stealth them and they're in an unalerted state.
Okay, I'll give you that. 100%, I'll give you that.
Because if they're in an alerted state, maybe. I mean, I know it's ridiculous, but because I do feel one of the key things that I don't want to lose is the ability of the entire game to be played as stealth.
Yeah.
The stealth should be kept in.
I remember having the conversation of, I think it was with Cool 3303, and I didn't agree with this, that CC abilities, if they're not going to CC Overguard, they should deal damage to Overguard. And I disagree with this. No. I disagree with this because, okay, so if they're in a Cataclysm, Cataclysm with stasis, how quickly are we whittling down their Overguard?
Oh, I get what you mean, because, so all it will become, instead of it actually being a CC immunity, it'll just mean, aha, I've put you in the void. I just have to wait for several seconds for your Overguard to run off, and then you'll be in the void anyway. And
you'll be stuck in gridlock. Yeah. So it's you can't give them an inch, they'll find a mile. Yeah. Okay. Should we go to the supporter questions?
The worst cool 303 ever. Did you not notice? Overshield is about 30 to 50 times the enemy health when discussing the Parazon topic?
Yes.
It went from 50% health to Parazon to at best 1% health.
Yes.
Like, I totally get not wanting Parazon to trivialize them, but I not once could use it on Xmas units because they melted from the residual procs of destroying their overshields.
Okay.
And in my honest opinion, it's a bad mechanic, as it's the 800 flat damage cap on nullifiers, or the buggy attenuated damage mitigation.
No, disagree.
Zrugel?
Well, I mean, like, here's the problem. Are nullifiers still a problem to kill? You demonstrated with your Opticore. You just one-shot the bubble when you could hit it.
I wasn't really trying, but yeah, it only took
but still, my point still stands, right? There's, trivializing the content.
Yeah.
Fundamental weakness. Pop that, bubble gone.
Bubble just gone. Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah. Now that's just a regular mob, and it's going to be another, probably, I'm not sure, I think it's 5 to 10 seconds before it gets its bubble out again.
No. When you pop that, it's gone. No, it is 100%. I've never seen them come back.
We'll test
if you shoot it down, right? If you shoot down the bubble, it can grow back, right? But if you pop the satellite, it can't come back.
Maybe you'll find a nullifier now. Leave. Let's go find a nullifier.
Are we gonna? If we're gonna do this, can we pause? Cause...
No. I'm not running on it. I'll keep reading the comments as we go. I mean, it's going to be low level because nullifiers do exist everywhere. So right, do you want the next one?
Go to Pluto or something.
Venus, I was thinking.
Really, that low level?
Yeah, I mean, I'll see them eventually, won't I?
I suppose you want to do an outdoor one because otherwise you're not gonna do it solo, pause it, and everything.
It's always solo, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Zrugel says, but what? But before I continue, support questions, I just want to remind everyone that I only read them as they're written, whether they're spelled correctly or not. What do you think is holding Lunaro back for being fun?
The networking. It is just the networking.
I'll save a point I was going to actually suggest till later. Yes. Okay.
Get
on the rock. Get on the rock. I can't stand on this rock. Oh, come on, DE. I can't even stand on the rock and look stoic. I can stand here. That's it. Okay, well, fine. I'll stand here and look stoic. Anyway, the Pain Train. If you weren't allowed to use Oberon, Nova, or Loki ever again, what frame is next in line as your main?
Oberon, Nova, or Loki. If I can't use any of those two, probably Nezha. Quite like Nezha.
Yeah, you do like Nezha. I think you've used Nezha a bit in the past, yeah. I was recently evolving my Incarna weapons and got to the challenge of headshotting angels. In doing so, I discovered a map exploit that meant I was basically untargetable by an angel who really has only one range attack that's easy to avoid / stop. Should DE make angels more dangerous with something like more ranged attacks or some kind of grapple to pull you in?
Grapple. Oh,
Grapple.
no. I hate grapples.
Yeah.
I think it should do... I can't imagine it being too difficult to detect the state of the players. So if they're like in a I can't target you position, do something like the Leech Xmas where you just make the floor so toxic they don't want to stay there.
Yeah, and because you could use... It doesn't matter if it's outside of its ability to reach, because it would take your position of your legs as where it would cast it.
I mean, think about how the Grineer on the planes will shoot you out of the air if you're in your Arcwing. They're able to determine if you're in a position where the enemy can't shoot you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they should be able to do that. And then just like, yeah, I've now just, done a defensive... multiple simultaneous defensive deep strikes.
Lovely. Angel of the Quadrilateral. DE has announced their direction for the post-Angels update in a short forum post. One of their topics was that Void Sting's mobility is being looked at again, with them potentially trying to bring back directional movement the way Void Dash had it. So the question that came to mind is, how often did you ever use the sideways or backwards Void Dash, and would you use it with Void Sting even if they returned it?
Backwards, I definitely used it. Sideways, I didn't even know it was there. I very rarely used it. I like the whole aim one. I really like the aim one. I think I'd rather keep the aim one. Yep.
And the final one, also from Angel of the Quadrilateral. When people talk more about Void Sting, it always makes me wonder, where's the Void Shot? And which has now made me think of a new concept. If DE brought in a form of secondary weapon in the form of a slingshot, what features of this would the different factions offer? We have Grineer, Corpus Infested, Sentient, Tenno, Cephalon, and now Void weapon types. What kind of variants could we get? Hope you know what this is about. Hope you know what this is all about.
No, it's just a slingshot. What would a slingshot weapon
No, where's
type?
the Void Shot?
Yeah. We have a Void Sling. Where's the Void Shot? Slingshot.
Yeah, doesn't it? But doesn't it, like, when you hold the button down, it sends out a projectile?
It's a funny question. It's not. You're not trying to think. You're thinking too hard about this, Loz. They're asking why don't we have a slingshot in the game? This is Thalian. Thalian's asking a question here that's dumb and fun. He's concentrating. Watch as the wild Loz attempts to...
What's this fun of which you speak, and this Thalian of which you...
I thought you were trying to do the whole test with the
No, he's at that target, but he'll only spawn one. Because it's it doesn't even... He despawned it himself, if you notice.
I didn't, actually.
Yeah. Come on, give
me
another fire.
Is that it for the support questions?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to move on to the community responses?
Yes. Yeah. Maximize this. I can read it. Okay. Peter Graver, at Xeno, you wanted an absurd Xmas unit. Try Xmas Juggernauts. I don't know if you'll have the scans, but test them in the simulacrum. I'd love to see your reaction to them.
Which one's the Juggernaut, bitch?
I think that's the thing from...
Oh, the invested Juggernaut. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that thing. Yeah.
Sure, I'll give it a go. I mean, I did find those things, like, stupid tanky to begin with. I don't know if I have a build for them. Yeah, sure, I'll try it.
JJ24 says, categorically, the worst affected is probably Grendel. You try to eat anything with Overguard and stare at them angrily when they don't get in your belly.
I mean... Conclave?
In the Conclave.
Well, Grendel can't even go to the Conclave, because he can't eat anyone.
In the Conclave. I am space.
Coast.
I've got Sopper Smosh. I thought it was Super Smosh, but it says like Sopper Smosh.
Mm-hmm.
I've recently looked back at the war within Quest. Near the end, your operator uses transference to take over the Golden Moor, Orokin's neck. What if Conclave gets redone to where there is a Titanfall sort of gameplay? Everyone starts as an operator, then as certain requirements are met, you can transfer into different things. Things like Necromech Golden Moor, or other war machines that DE could make up. Nightwave could delve into a little bit with seasonal skins and emotes for the Conclave. Leaderboards could become relevant. Top players could even get exclusive cosmetics.
I think the first problem when it comes to Conclave is it needs dedicated hosting.
I was thinking about that. That was my point. What if you made the host and another player do a side thing that doesn't require Twitch-based play?
Please elaborate.
So they're sort of doing something else for their... It would have to be a more involved map type, but you've got a team of 4 on each side, but you take the host off the team... it'd be better in like a PvEVP game mode. So both sides are doing PvE, but you remember, the Gambit. I know we never played it, but the Destiny Gambit game mode.
Yeah.
And you take the host and the other player, and you put them like on a computer terminal, a bit like how on the Railjack, the first time they showed it, that you could sort of hack into the enemy ship,
into the Gibson.
Yeah, into the Gibson, right? So that they're doing that sort of like overview position.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, the person who... Because that's the problem, is mainly the host. Because the host has the best connection because they're the host. So if you take the host out of it, it means... I know there's still going to be a little bit, but that's the same as any online game at that point. That some people distance some connection to host. And so everyone's a bit more on a level playing field. Because the 6 remaining players in the arena, none of them are the host. It's sort of, cheekily, turning the host into a dedicated server, but giving them something else to do instead. Dead air. It's
I'm just trying to think.
Dead, all dead.
That could work, but the problem is... Wait, if it's a PvPvE situation...
Or it could be PvP. Wow, yeah, PvP, but the host is mobily spawning mobs and doing minigames to do mob spawning. Or controlling mobs.
There was a game like this. It was like Dungeon Land or something.
There's several games with this kind of thing, yeah.
So the idea was you could spawn enemies like around the players. This could work, but D would have to let go of the idea of the mobs have to spawn in front of in adjacent rooms, right? Just allow them to spawn in front of the players, much like Sanctuary Onslaught. Additionally, gosh, you would have to really optimize the controls to be able to like lock the doors and things like this, or just because being able to scroll through the map in sort of like a bird's eye view mode. You'd also have to be able to lock on to the players. If the players split up, you're fucked. Right?
Well, yeah, but they could have a map system so they don't have to click on something. That's separate issues.
Or I like this more in line with. Do you remember Left 4 Dead? Right? Have you ever played the?
But I know it's like Vermintide. It's Vermintide.
Okay, but in the PvP mode for Left 4 Dead, if you're playing the zombies, you could place your special zombies in key specific locations.
Yeah.
Right? But you are still getting attacked by regular zombies. Yeah. So imagine if you turn it like, I will spawn in my super Kuva Lich. I mean, they teased this with the whole Stalker mode, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, you could spawn in where you wanted as the Stalker.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Hell, wouldn't it be cool if they did a game mode in the Conclave that was non-symmetrical? So there was like evolve. So the host controls, let's say, an Eidolon, and then all the players fight it.
Again, I'd be down for as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if the biggest problem really is having host to client issues, that the host is always best because they're the one hosting the game.
Yeah,
and just come up with ways of pushing the host into another role.
More than that, but also like really highlight to the players what the ping is and things, because I'm pretty sure that none of the information's there. For Conclave, you need that ping, right? Well, I know that like when I've joined with Nazith recently. Is there?
Yeah. There used to be one. It had frame rate and things on.
Anyway, more community responses. Loz is like, oh god, yeah, that's where we are.
There's a couple more. King of Nightmare. Why is nobody mentioning the Teshin swords in the Dorm Zone? Lull.
Because that was a couple of weeks ago?
Maybe that's why, yeah. Colin Gwilliam. How can you get better gear when you can't kill Xmas? I'm only master rank 5 and get wrecked on the star chart, so can't progress to get better gear. Why all these veterans kill them easy? Because they got the best gear. None of this crap was in the game. Got to get good.
Okay. So this player is MR5, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? I'd love to know where in the star chart they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something I wanted to do. Maybe I'll try and find time over the weekend to do it. But I wanted to do some of the early star chart with standard gear.
I think it was just FPS. Yeah, that thing in the corner there.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have ping.
Yeah. So I really want to try finding out, like, how difficult is it if you're doing, like, if you're MR5 and you're doing Pluto or whatever, which is post Second Dream, post War Within, then yeah, I kind of appreciate that you're going to find it a challenge. But I really want to get my hands on that experience and see what it's like.
The last one is from Benjamin's Marriage. One thing I would love to see in the Zariman tile set is a tile set puzzle that has a chance of occurring. When roaming the tile set, you have a chance of coming across friendly NPCs that are akin to rescue ties. You have to get them back to the elevator if you find them, and they would reward you with the best plume. However, there would be an operator-related puzzle to enable the opening of doors to get to them. Something that might be good is if you start the angel fight, the regulation pauses for you to complete. Oh, it's a separate thing for the angels. Yeah, it's a pauses. Okay. Yeah, so what do you think about that? Finding, like how you can find on Corpus ships, Vox Solaris people for you to free, on the Zariman, you find people in the missions and you have to bring them back to the lift. And I think there was a separate thing saying if you, let's say you got to 200 of them, there'd be like a few more NPCs in the player area.
I kind of like that last part the most, but I also want to see just additional mission types. I would love to see a rescue mission type, which requires
defection.
I'd like to see a rescue mission, and you could use the operator as described.
How about defection?
To free the hostage.
Doesn't get used enough. Would actually make sense for this. You have it there hiding in.
Okay, as fine as little ducks not involved, fine.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No.
Right.
Wait, defection. Am I getting it right?
Sense.
What's the one where you escort people out?
Oh, defection.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant disruption.
No.
Oh yeah, no, defection. I'd be down for.
Yeah,
but fucking hell, make it one dude.
Yeah.
For the love of fucking God.
It should be, because it would be ridiculous if you're bringing back like 12 people a wave back into the holdfast. Like one person per wave makes sense. You have to be very careful with
like we did a defection not so long ago. Was it for Harrow Pass or something?
Yeah.
I was just like, for the love of God, go the same way, you sons of bitch.
Yeah, we do. Right, last one is from Benjamin's Marriage. One thing I would love to... Oh, no, did I say that? No, I just did that one. Right, that's it. Yeah. Cool, that one's done then.
Cool. Right, so on to the memes?
On to the memes.
Oh, that's
not the memes button. Work? No. Right, memes. Yay.
Memes. No.
Okay, so now I've got the memes. Don't worry about doing things like that. So, meme 1. All these memes come from the r/memeframe subreddit. Do check them out. There's links in the description along with a secret video meme of the week in the description of the video. So, first one, meme of the week is poor guy. She forced me to do a defense mission along with a maxed range limbo.
Oh, God. People complain about Slover. I mean, oof.
Yep. Okay, meme number 2. The solo railjack experience. Re-entering the railjack after completing an objective be like engineer desperately trying to fix everything while taking slugs to the face, several fires and a hull breach, more ram sleds, crew dying.
I can't believe how well this meme fits.
It does, it totally fits. Meme number 3. Corpus hate him. Local frame baffle scientists with this one trick. Sortie with melee only restriction. What you got there? Wukong, Celestial Twin holding Rubico Prime. A smoothie.
Sorry, I just saw the next one.
Oh,
sorry, I thought you'd already gone over to it, yeah.
Okay. Easy credits in the long run. Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Yeah, okay. Next one.
Meme number 5. Oh boy, I sure do love standing around while everything around me dies. Warframe players be like, yeah, the AoE meta is fun.
I still don't get what the problem is.
And the final meme of the week.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
Did you not save it?
Oh, I must not have saved it. We're going to have to quickly pause. There we go. And now we're back. And memes. And number 6. There we
go.
Yep. D. When fish Warframe. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. If the Warframes aren't robots, then why can't they touch water?
Okay.
Why can't we touch water?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Though I've got to say, I think the best one of this week was the everywhere I go, I see his face.
Really? I swear I used that one before.
I honestly, not for Harrow Chassis, right? I would have said the Railjack one. I genuinely would have, because I just feel like this the bottom image just encompasses everything just perfectly wrong with a Railjack mission.
Yeah.
But the Harrow Chassis one, that got a large audible laugh from me. Yeah. So there you go. That's the meme of the week. Cool. And now it's on to the community shoutouts. Right. So the first community shoutout is a 4-panel comic. We've only got the first panel on here. Do you want to hit the goober?
Sorry, I was too busy actually clicking through it.
Cool. So the first one is a comic. The comic is old, but we keep digging for Hesperon by Federation. So, yep. It is genius.
Only his Hesperon is eternal. Why is it always 100?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Comic is old, but we keep digging Hesperon.
Yep.
Okay.
The second community shout out is Gaia by Carl Tabora.
Lovely. Look at that. That's cool.
The third one, Nidus Prime. I'm going to hit 3. Yep. Nidus Prime by Toy Wolf Maker. Really like this one. The fourth community shout out is Val Kitty and Gaia by Dasta Creations. I have no idea what the hell the Valkyrie is doing there. No idea. None.
Can Gaia put people in bubbles? I don't think so.
I don't think so. She makes big bubbles. Anyway, the fifth one is...
Maybe the Valkyr's on the side of the bubble, like touching the bubble?
Possibly. The fifth one is Gauss and Sevagoth by Karl Tabora again.
Ooh.
Yep, really, really like this one.
My God, I'd read that comic. That looks so good.
Yep.
Something about it.
And, and then the last one is Running Through the Zariman by Swirldo 101.
Running Through the Zariman has been a thrill. I haven't drawn anything in what feels like forever, but I think my inspiration has returned. That's really cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That is it for the community shoutouts.
Well, that's it for
the episode.
There we go.
Oh my God, it's the episode.
Yep, there we go. So there's all of those lovely people. These lovely names. Yep. Right, thank you everyone for episode 441 of Tenno Clock. I assume at some point we're going to have guests again.
Yeah, we have to sort that out. We're going to have to think about that and everything.
Yeah.
It's, we haven't been able to do it because of moving and shenanigans.
I'm done now. I'm good.
Yep. Cool. Right, well, that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye!
When's the next dev stream?
Bye! I don't know.